If you've ever earned money and still felt like you're falling behind, this is for you. Because in 2025, buying a home isn't the dream anymore. For many, it's the trap. And if you're deciding between renting or buying right now, this decision could make or break your finances for the next decade. We grew up hearing, stop throwing money away on rent. But what if buying the wrong home is the real waste? What if owning a house right now just means owning stress, debt, and zero flexibility? Because the rules have changed, interest rates have changed, and life has changed. In 2021, a $500,000 home at 3% interest cost around $2,100 per month in mortgage. Today, at 6.5%, you're paying over $3,100 for the same house. And that's before property taxes, insurance, HOA fees, and maintenance. Meanwhile, rent went up, but not as fast. And if you rent that same house today, maybe $2,800. That's a difference of $300 to $800 a month, sometimes more. You could invest that gap. You could stay flexible. You could breathe. But instead, most people are buying fear. Fear of missing out. Fear of falling behind. Fear of not owning. Let's be honest, you don't really own your home. The bank does. You're in a 30-year contract with taxes, repairs, and surprise expenses. You're on the hook for leaks, roofs, broken appliances, property tax increases, all of it. Buying a home is not just about monthly payments. It's about long-term liabilities. It's about locking in your lifestyle and sometimes limiting your options. Now, does that mean renting is better? Not always, but renting isn't failing. And that's where we need to reset the narrative. Let's do the math. Scenario A, you buy a $500,000 home. Down payment, $100,000. Mortgage, approximately $3,160 per month. Add taxes, insurance, and upkeep, you're easily at $4,000 a month. Scenario B, you rent the same place for $2,800 per month. You save $1,200 per month. That's $14,400 per year. Over 10 years, that's $144,000 saved, not including compound interest. If you invest just $1,200 per month into the S&P 500, averaging 8% return, that's over $225,000 by year 10. And you never had to fix a roof. So tell me, are you throwing money away? Or just choosing to grow it somewhere smarter? Here's the part nobody talks about. When you buy too early, you give up freedom. Suddenly, you can't switch cities, you can't take risks, you can't leave a toxic job or take a break because that mortgage is due every month. Homeownership becomes a performance. It looks good on Instagram. But behind closed doors, it's stress, tight budgets, delayed dreams. Meanwhile, the renter gets called irresponsible, but they're traveling, saving, investing, and living light. Maybe this is you. You have savings, but it's barely enough for a down payment. Your friends are buying, your parents are pressuring you, and deep down, you're scared that if you don't buy now, you'll never catch up. But let me remind you, buying because of pressure is how people end up house poor. The car breaks down, a layoff hits, rates go up, life happens. And suddenly, that home feels like a trap. You didn't buy freedom, you bought responsibility, and it owns you. So here's the test. Answer honestly. If you say no to 2 or more, hold off. Will I stay in the same place for 7 to 10 years? Can I afford a down payment and still invest monthly? Is my job truly stable? Do I have 6 to 12 months in emergency savings? Am I buying for me, not out of fear or comparison? If you're not ready, you're not falling behind. You're getting in position. And sometimes waiting is the power move. Buying makes sense when you're financially ready, emotionally grounded, and buying long term. Not for ego, not for likes, not for status. If you want stability for your kids, if you want to lock in a payment and build equity over 15 to 30 years, if you know you'll stay in one place, that's when buying works. Because real wealth isn't just made by owning a home, it's made by owning it wisely. Here's what I want you to remember. You don't need to buy a home to be successful. You don't need a mortgage to build wealth. You don't need to prove anything to anyone. Renting can be strategic. Renting can be powerful. Renting can be freeing. Because wealth isn't just net worth. It's options, it's flexibility, it's peace of mind. And that's something most homeowners don't have, even if they look rich. So whether you rent or buy in 2025, just make sure you own the decision. Don't follow pressure, follow a plan. Because the real flex is owning your life.